Het is donderdagavond laat. Bergje voor berg. En hier is hij, uw presentator, Gert Berg.
De Flamingo's. Goedenavond. Good evening. How are you doing, Spencer?
Good evening,
tonight?
sir. I'm
Could you help me
doing
out with
very
my
well.
coffee?
Certainly, sir. Allow me, sir.
Thank you very much.
Good.
Thank you
Quite
so
a bad
much.
night
It's
tonight,
a bad night outside. No,
Pass
really.
it to this side.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Dames en heren, dit is Ivor Spencer. Hij is dé beroemdste butler van Engeland. Ik praat vanavond met hem. Goedenavond, welkom in Amsterdam, welkom bij Berg in Christofori. Ik praat vanavond ook met een transseksueel. Een man die 20 jaar geleden heeft besloten om operatief zich te laten veranderen in een vrouw. En aan de leugendetector heb ik de ex-journalist Hans Knoop, onder meer bekend door de Pieter Mente-affaire. En weet u nog wie er in 1933 kampioen werd met de Elfstedentocht? Vanavond hoort u het. Welkom bij Berg. Hij gaat 2 keer per dag in bad. Hij poetst 4 keer per dag zijn tanden. En poetst 8 keer per dag zijn schoenen. Zijn beroep 8 keer. Ik heb het geteld. Zijn beroep is butler. Het raakt er een beetje uit, maar ze zijn helemaal weer terug van weg geweest. Weet u dat hij 's ochtends zijn kranten strijkt voor zijn werkgever, zodat hij niet zwart afgeeft in de handen van zijn baas? Hij moet met evenveel gemak zou hij een champagnefeest moeten kunnen organiseren voor 1000 mensen. De man die we vanavond bij ons hebben, die is daarnaast ook nog de directeur van de enige erkende butlerschool in Engeland. Hij is de beste butler en heeft met de groten der aarde gewerkt. Heeft ze gediend, zou je moeten zeggen. Ivor Spencer. I should say Spencer. It's your last name.
That's right. The traditional butler would never answer by his first name, only by his surname.
Spencer, what makes a good butler?
Well, we want a nice person. That's the first thing. Somebody who's very discreet, immaculate, and really looks after the family and puts his own employers.
We should get a little bit of distance from the mic because you're plopping.
He puts his own employers first before his family. That's very, very essential.
What are some of the famous people you worked for?
Well, I've served the Queen, former Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, Michael Jackson, and a host of other people. And they've all been marvellous to work for.
Oh, well, I think there's a slight difference between Michael Jackson and the Queen.
Well, in a way, but they're both very nice people.
No, there must be a difference.
Well,
I mean, you said you have to be discreet, but there must be a difference between Michael Jackson and the Queen, Ivor.
Michael Jackson is a better dancer.
What is absolutely not done for a butler?
He must, well, he must never associate with a family. I mean, in a sexual way. He must never.
How about the Queen?
He must never get.
Here I am, Elizabeth.
He's friendly, but not familiar. But the thing is, he never eats garlic, curry, or onions, because he must never let his breath smell.
What a boring life. No garlic, no onions, and no curry.
There's lots of other things he does. Don't worry about that.
Well, tell me something about that.
Well, they always said a butler did it.
Yeah.
But actually, he must clean his teeth 8, 10, 12, 14 times a day.
Oh, I said 4 times, but...
Oh, much more than that. Bath twice a day. Change everything completely twice a day.
Show me your teeth. They must be very white and clean.
And they're my own.
Let's see. Go take a bath very often?
Oh, twice in the summer, 3 or 4 times a day. The reason for it is because we're very, very close to people when we're serving the food. And there's nothing worse. I don't know if you've ever been served in a restaurant by a waiter that's had body odor or bad breath, and it is very, very nasty.
I agree with you.
So
Yeah.
we're very careful. Hygiene is so important.
Well, you said the Queen. I worked for the Queen. I worked for Michael Jackson. But in general, what type of people hire a butler?
Well, the old money, the aristocracy, of course, have still got butlers. But now, new money, and I mean that in a nice word. People, when they say new money, they say it in a derogatory way, in a nasty way. New money to me is people that have been very, very successful and have achieved financial rewards in business, and they want a butler to do everything for them. And it's a big status symbol too. I know
It's
you've
better
got
to have a butler than a Rolls Royce, probably.
well, if you've got a Rolls Royce, you should have a butler. But the butler's more important than Rolls Royce because you can always hire Rolls Royce.
You get addicted to it, I think. Somebody help me
Well,
out in every kind of problem.
That's right, because we get 2 sets of clothes ready for you in the morning. Make certain everything is there. We purchase food and wine.
Lekker, hè, jongens?
We do
Het
everything.
lijkt me wel wat.
We do everything for you.
Yeah.
The only thing we wouldn't do, and this is what we're taught
Have
at
sex
school.
with my wife.
Well, I haven't met your wife.
No, I don't have one, so
There's one thing we wouldn't do, and that's if your boss went on a holiday or business and he wanted an evening, a girl for the evening to enjoy, to have dinner with her, we would refuse that. And also refuse if he wanted drugs. I mean the drugs that are not allowed.
So look, Spencer, get me some hash or something. No, it won't
Certainly
do,
not.
huh?
Certainly
But
not, sir.
just imagine that you serve the coffee in the morning for your master,
Right.
and there's his girlfriend instead of his wife in the bed. How do you react?
Well, we give a soft knock at the door, but if we went in, they're still making love, we would cough, turn round for a couple of minutes, knock again, and when we go inside this time, we would ignore the person, the strange person.
She's not there.
She's not there. But we would then give him his coffee and go out, get another cup of coffee, and put it on his side of the bed, and he would pass it over.
You don't say good morning, madam?
Oh, if she says good morning, we would say good morning, but if not, we would ignore her.
Yeah. You do have a school, and you are training butlers.
That's right.
For example, you train them how to walk upright in a proper way.
Yes, to have a presence, to look good.
How do you do that?
Well, may I show you?
Please do.
We walk with a heavy magnum of champagne and a glass on your head. Because the model
Let's
is...
turn it around for our... I'll explain about it later.
Oh.
We're not supposed to show it in Holland.
Okay, glass on your head. So we're looking... I sometimes drop it myself. Exactly.
Let me help you out. Exactly in the middle like this?
That's right. And we, like a model walks with books on their head, we would walk with a heavy bottle of champagne, and as we walk round, we would say some phrases or sayings that would make him very successful around the world. It's a pleasure, sir. Certainly, sir. No problem, madam. Good night, sir. Your champagne, my lord. And he actually learns to walk correctly by holding his head up, shoulders back, and he then... We do this every day, of course, in the school. I mean, so really, at the end, he really would look good, even if a fellow is 3'4". So he would have a presence. Your champagne, sir. Certainly, madam. Good night, sir.
Let me help you out. By the way, Spencer, Spencer, you think I can manage to do
why
something?
don't you... He'll try, yes?
No, okay.
Hold it.
I won't make a good butler. How do I do it with my hands?
No, hold it with one hand at the moment.
Right, like
You
this.
see,
okay?
normally we would have a cloth on. That's why it's slippery.
We're gonna drink it afterwards, okay?
Yes, with pleasure. And then that goes on your head.
Oh my God.
And then put your shoulders back.
Good morning, madam.
Your champagne, sir?
Your champagne, sir. Help me out with the glass.
He would make a very good butler, wouldn't he?
Well, let's give it a try. I think brushing my teeth 8 times a day is a little bit too much for
Well,
me.
you look immaculate anyway.
Thank you very much. You're going back tomorrow tonight to England, and let's just imagine that you're in the car with your master, and he asked you for a good bottle of white Chablis.
Right.
But you know, you have to drink it chilled
That's
to
right.
do it correctly.
Absolutely.
How do you chill the bottle of wine in this car?
Well, if we haven't taken a bottle already chilled, and it's in the summertime, we would take some wet newspaper in a carrier bag. And if he said, Spencer, I fancy a bottle of Chablis, I would wrap it in the wet newspaper, I would hold it outside the car window for about 8 minutes. This is true. And you'll find that the wetness gets onto the bottle, and with the wind, it will make it cold. I would open it and say, sir, you're Chablis.
My last question to you. I imagine there must be a difference between real upper class and, let's say, Joan Collins.
Exactly.
What's the difference?
Well, Joan Collins is a very nice person. One of our butlers worked for her for a time, and he found her charming.
I don't think she's nice.
Oh, she's very
nasty on television,
Oh,
let me
that's
tell
right.
you.
She's a very nice person. The thing is, with new money, that's the people that have made the money and that can afford butlers today, they've never had a butler before. So consequently, they are much more friendly and more generous to the butler. I mean, for instance, he gets a superb wage, excellent food and accommodation, a car, private medical care, and they're very, very generous. The new money is much more generous than the old aristocracy.
Do butlers ever get married?
Oh, certainly. Absolutely. Yes, we've got married butlers. Certainly.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
I heard
yes.
a lot of the... Well,
Yes.
it's a gossipy thing maybe, but a lot of butlers are gay, I heard.
That's right. Half of our butlers are gay, but I must tell you that they're excellent butlers and excellent people, and we've had marvelous reports from their employers.
Very nice having you here.
My pleasure. I brought this for you.
No, it's very nice. Thank you very much. We're going to drink it tonight together.